cyber friends, and welcome to another video with me. If you are new here, I am Ducky. I am a chronically ill crafter. I make all things crochet, mainly amigurumi, but I dabble in some clothing items as well. Today's video is going to be an interesting one. I literally thought of this idea last night and I'm just so excited that I gotta do it. It has to be done. I have really gotten into the amazing digital circus. It is a beautiful indie animated series and they're actually doing a cinema screening for their last episode, which I'm of course going to. I'm going to try and make some accessories for this cinema screening and wear them. This can either go really good or really bad. Okay, let me further explain my plan. There is a character in the Amazing Digital Circus who is this jester. Her name is POMNI, and I am going to make her jester hat. There is this one pattern on YouTube that I found that is done in panels, which I haven't really made anything, not even clothing items, in panels before. So I don't know how that's gonna go because that would require a lot of sewing. Now, today is the 22nd of May. The cinema screening is on the 6th of June. Nope, never mind, I lied. It is actually on the 5th of June. So that makes it 2 weeks I have to make the stuff that I want to make. Yeah, 2 weeks. Now, POMNI's jester hat isn't the only thing I want to make. I want to make some matching fingerless gloves. Those will be pretty simple to make. Those I'm not too fussed about. But I also want to try and make a beanie representing Jax, who is the purple bunny character if you're unfamiliar. I think my plan with that is going to be a simple purple beanie with some bunny ears and then making his eyes and mouth separately and then sewing it on. So that one would also be pretty simple. I don't have to do too much for that. The big one is the POMNI hat. That is where I'm going to struggle because I've never had to work in panels. I specialize in amigurumi. I don't specialize in clothing, okay? I'm still kind of dipping my toes in that. So we've got quite a bit to do in 2 weeks. Not only that, I have to edit my market vlog, which I'm going to focus on tonight. That's my focus for tonight, is market vlog, edit that, get that uploaded as soon as possible. The good thing is I don't have much planned for the next 2 weeks, so I can literally just focus on making these items. I actually did a spotlight trip earlier today to buy all of the yarn that I needed for it, so I'm going to show you that now. I actually got a little bit more than what I needed as well. I bought some extra goodies, so I'm gonna do a little haul. So I got a big bag of mill ends, dark grey colour, because I don't have dark grey. I of course got some more glow in the dark yarn. I love using this stuff. Got some white blanky yarn, and I also got some yellow blanky yarn. I was running really low if you don't remember in my last video, and finally they came into stock. I also got some 12mm eyes because I always need eyes. I always run out. Okay, these are the cutest things ever. These are stitch markers. They're all like yarn, crochet and knitting themed, so of course, yes, I had to buy those. The rest is what I need for the POMNI and JAX hats. Trying to find the right colors was very difficult. The pattern calls for 10-ply acrylic and we don't have much 10-ply at Spotlight. So the 10-ply that we did have, they weren't the right colors. It wasn't the right shade of blues or purples. The blue was either too dark or too light. That wasn't that royal blue. The red was like a deep blood red, and I don't know, it just wasn't working. So I had to kind of change what yarn I was going to use. So I'm going to try wool. It says it's 8-ply. It's quite thick and stretchy though, so I think it could pass as a 10-ply. I've never really used wool for my projects before, so I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a little. I mean, I already am with the whole paneling thing, but I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone. I just hope that it doesn't turn out bad. But this is the purple. I think, what is this colorway? Do they have names? They don't have names. This one is 2190 and the yellow is 2314. But anyways, I think this is very Jax coded, the yellow with the purple. So these are the colors that I've got for the POMNI hat and gloves. This color is 2344 and this one is 1872. That is a blue and red. That is pretty much exact to what I was looking for. Like, that's POMNI. That's giving POMNI. And the pattern also has pom-poms at the end of her hat, but I thought I'd do something a little different to the pom-poms. I got some bells. My idea is to put them at the end of the hat, so then when I walk around, you know, I could have bells. I thought that would be cute. So I got some of those. These were the largest ones that they had. And I obviously got a pack of jump rings as well, so I can attach them. Have I done this before? No, but I haven't done any of this before, so this is going to be a huge experiment. And because I'm going to be using jump rings and stuff, I had to get some jewelry pliers, especially because I'm going to be making key rings and stuff in the future, so it was just easier to buy one now. But I think that's all of the things I bought. I think that's everything. So as you can see, I'm going to be pretty busy for the next 2 weeks. So my focus now for tonight, I am going to edit as much as I can, and if I get sick of editing, I think I'm going to start the ribbing, because that's the first step of it anyways, is to make the yellow ribbing for Pomni's hat. It just depends on how much time I have after I finished editing. I won't film any like montages of me editing or anything like that. It's kind of boring. Yeah, I'll just check in tomorrow and show you what I have completed, if I have completed anything. Okay, so it is still the same day. I'm just home now. I'm crocheting the ribbing for Pomni's hat now. Trying to follow the pattern, but the pattern uses 10 ply. I'm using 8 ply with a 4mm hook. So I've done the amount of rows that it calls for, and it is about half the size of my head. So looking through the comments, because this is a video tutorial, there are a few people that have had the same issues just from using different yarn, and they've kind of worked out how to make it bigger. What I'm planning on doing, because I can't do maths, I'm going to do 56 rows and try and copy what this person has done. An extra 20 rows should fit me, but I thought I'd give you an update. I'm just waiting for the videos to download so I can edit. I guess I'll update you about whether or not it works. Okay, update. It is 2:15, 2:16 a.m. I need to fix my sleep schedule. I didn't get any editing done because the videos took forever to download, but they're downloaded now, so that will be a tomorrow problem. Also, the temperature has finally dropped. Finally. I love cold weather. Love it. I hate the heat. Usually in the heat my symptoms flare up, so I'm so glad that it's nice and cold. But anyways, I will get into the update now. I decided to catch up on some WWE because I was a few weeks behind. While I was watching that, I finished the ribbing, which honestly didn't take me long. Now, I said I was gonna do 56 stitches, I think I said, because someone else did the maths for me. I ended up doing 64? I think it was 64. Then the pattern tells you to join, which I did, and it took me forever to figure this out, but I got my first panel. It is the side triangle, I think. One of the side triangles, and I was planning on making another one in the red, but that is the first one done, and I think it actually turned out really cute. And basically the pattern, it alternates from back loop only to front loop only, like each row. So that's like the front of the panel, and then that's the back of the panel. As you can tell, it's got like that ribbing effect, and then halfway through you change from half double crochets to triple crochets. I don't know, but I kind of like the way it looks, you know. It's so it will be on this side, I think, or one of the sides, I don't know. So the next step is to basically repeat that, but for red. Considering it is almost now 2:30, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay up for. I might start on the red and just see how I go, but that's progress. And honestly, it does work up pretty quickly, which is good because I gotta make the Jax beanie and the gloves. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on the red side triangle and kind of go from there. I will probably update you guys tomorrow now. Hello, it is the 27th of May. I apologize if this background noise. I do have my window open because it's a little bit hotter today, and some fresh air is just nice, you know? It's been a little while since I've come and checked in, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on everything. Video is uploaded, it's done, sorted, did that a couple of days ago now, and I've just been crocheting, or trying to crochet really. I've been a bit busy, but it is what it is. I did finish the side triangles that I was making. I ended up making 4 because I think it's 2 for each color. And now I'm starting on the front panel, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. I'm not going to show you that because I kind of had to restart it, so I don't really have much progress. The way the pattern is done is a little bit complicated, and the video doesn't exactly explain it well. So I've been looking at the comments of the video because a few people have put different measurements and stuff in there, as well as written it out, which I find is easier for me. I don't know, I can understand written patterns more than video tutorials. So I've been looking at that, modifying it a little bit just so it would fit my head size. So the way the front and back panel is done, it's got like an offshoot kind of triangle bit, which it looks fine, like that, it looks good, but because I gotta make two of them, I don't know how the colors will work. I think I need to invert it. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna troubleshoot it and see what it would look like. I'm just gonna roll with it for now, and when I get to the back panels I will kind of figure it out. But yeah, that's all I really have to update you on today. I will be hanging out with a friend tonight, so I won't be able to crochet too much, so I'll probably catch up, if not tomorrow, the next day. But yeah, I will see you then. Hello, it is the 28th of May and it is like 10 o'clock at night, so that's why I'm a bit more quiet right now. I wanted to give you an update because I've been crocheting all day. I don't remember if I showed you the blue panel, but I've got that done, and I also finished the red one today. This one took me hours to do, not because the pattern is hard, but because I had to keep frogging it. I don't know what was happening, but every time I did the increases it was on the wrong side and I couldn't figure it out, so in the end I just added an extra row. That way it would fit more properly, and I don't think the extra row would affect anything. So yeah, it took me forever to figure it out, but now it is done. So I've got the, I guess these will be the back panels, I'm guessing, just because of the way the increases are. Kind of did it backwards, so I'm gonna put that as the back panels just because they got to be alternating colors, and if it was the other way around it wouldn't be. So I started on the first front panel and I was doing the red one first, so I'm basically doing the same thing except for having the extra row. Hopefully when I sew it together it won't affect too much. I don't know, I'm kind of just eyeballing it at this stage. So I've got 4 more rows on this panel. It's basically just increases now. The only issue is this is how much I have left of the skein. So if I run out of yarn on that skein, I'm just going to restart it on the new skein. That way I don't have to join any yarn because I don't like doing that. So I'm playing yarn chicken at the moment, but I guess we'll see. We'll see if I win yarn chicken because I do have quite a bit. I literally have 1 row left and this is how much yarn I have. Fingers crossed. Guys, guess what? I won yarn chicken. This is all I have left. So I'll probably use this to help sew everything together. So yeah, the next step is I will be making the blue front panel with the extra row. And then after that, all I gotta do is sew everything together. Oh, and the pom-poms or bells or whatever. I actually had an idea for it, but I don't know if it would work. Instead of just attaching the bells straight onto the hat, because the end of Pomni's hat has like the yellow balls, I was thinking of just making simple yellow balls to stitch at the end, but actually putting the bell inside of that, so I still have that same effect. But I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep crocheting, working on that last panel, and I will update you guys tomorrow. Hi, hello, it is the 29th of May, so that officially makes it 1 week until the cinema screening. My roommate is currently sitting in front of me playing Minecraft. I think the last thing I showed you was me starting the final panel, and I completed that, so let me show you what I have got now. So this is what I have at the moment. This is before everything is sewn together. I think it looks really good and I can't wait to see what the finished product looks like. So the plan for now is to sew all that together and start on the gloves tonight and find just a basic fingerless pattern. I know Pomni has like full gloves, but I've got nails, so it's not gonna work. I might actually get my nails redone. And then I also have to start on the Jax beanie, which will probably be tomorrow. But yes, let's get started on sewing everything together for now, and then just see how we go. Okay, I think I've successfully sewn in the first piece. Very good video content, Evie, thank you. It's got no stretch. Okay, we're restarting. I'm gonna try and slip stitch it instead because there's no stretch. Plan C, we're gonna single crochet. It needs stretch, it's not stretching, so it can't get over my head, which means I gotta frog all of this again. This is what happens when you don't follow the pattern. Hey, it still fits. I don't weave in my ends because it's for me. I don't have to weave in my ends because it'll be on the inside. Okay, had a little bit of a break. It is now dark, but I still want to be outside, so bear with the lighting. Yeah, so I'm going to continue. I think the single crochet is working well. I won't really know until I do the second panel and see how that affects everything. Sorry, there are a lot of cars right now. Anyways, so I'm going to continue with the second panel and see if that is fine. And if I find that I'm still having trouble with how it's gathering and not fitting on my head and like having no stretch, then I might have to do it again with a half double crochet. And I've loosened up my tension a little bit as well. That seemed to help a little bit, so who knows, I guess we'll see. I moved onto the third panel. It doesn't fit. I've tried to like squeeze it onto my head, so I'm gonna have to do half double crochets maybe. And if that doesn't work, I might cry. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, update. It is now 1 a.m. Never mind, it is 2:30. What? I don't know how the time got away from me, but it is 2:30 in the morning. But I come bearing good news. I figured it out. As you saw, I was kind of struggling a little bit with the sewing on the panels. What was happening was that whenever I sewed them on, the ribbing and the band got too stiff and there was no stretch to it at all, so it wouldn't fit over my head. I restarted this like so many times and I tried so many different methods. I've tried slip stitching it on, I've tried doing a row of single crochet around. I couldn't figure out what was going on and why it was doing that, and I was this close to just giving up and being like, look, I'll just redo the band. But before I did that, I went back to the tutorial. Originally I was kind of doing my own sewing and not following the tutorial because the explanation that she was giving didn't make sense to me, which I'm not the only person who thought that. A lot of the people in the comments kind of agreed with my opinion that the tutorial just wasn't really explained properly, and that's why I've kind of been following the written pattern in the comments. So instead of listening to what she was doing, I actually looked and see step by step what she was doing, where she was putting her tapestry needle. Turns out it was a very simple stitch, very simple sewing together, and I just made it complicated for no reason. So I was like, this is the last time. If I can't get this right, I'm gonna have to restart it. And I actually paid attention to my stitches and counting them, and it fits perfectly. Who would have thought? If I had just paid attention to the pattern, it would have been fine. But yes, counting my stitches and everything, it lined up perfectly. Like, I was not a single stitch short or too much. Yeah, love to see it. But then I realized that some of the panels, specifically 2 of the front/back panels, I don't know what happened, but it was done the wrong way. And I remember like I had that issue with the way that the triangle was forming, so I changed it a little bit, so that might be where it went wrong with that. But I don't know, it's fine. I'm trying not to overthink it too much. I'm trying to remind myself that this is for me. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm the only one that's going to see those mistakes. But I'm a perfectionist, so I have to keep reassuring myself. So yes, I have finished sewing the panels to the ribbing. I'm gonna try and show you what it looks like on my head, but bear in mind none of the panels are stitched together. It's not looking like the hat yet, and there's a lot of ends just everywhere. Yeah, I kind of look a little crazy right now because the panels aren't stitched together and there's ends everywhere. So you can kind of see like the formation a little bit. Yeah, so it's a little crazy. Definitely doesn't look like the hat right now. Give me a day and it will. I honestly really like the way it's turning out. Anyways, it is late. It is now almost 3. I might try and start sewing everything together, like the rest of it, just to see if I can do it. I won't be up for long. I'll probably only be up for like another 20 minutes because I am tired. Other than that, I think that's everything I need to update you on. So I will see you guys tomorrow probably to give you another update on maybe the finished hat. I hope so, because I have a week left to get everything done. But I guess we'll see how everything turns out soon. Hi, hello, it is the 1st of June. Happy Pride Month. I'm outside again, so sorry for any background noise. I haven't updated in a few days. Honestly, I've just been having a few lazy days, like nothing too spectacular happened. I wanted to update you on everything that I've been making. I honestly don't remember where I left off, so I'm just gonna show you kind of everything. So the POMNI hat is pretty much completed. Let me put it on for you guys so you can see what it looks like. So it still turned out pretty small. It is struggling to stay on my head, but I think when I wear it, I'm just gonna bobby pin it just to help secure it. And I haven't added the bells yet, so that will give it some weight as well. and it will kind of sit down more. But I actually really like how it's turned out. It's cute. And it's definitely giving POMNI. The only thing I really have to do is weave in the ends, so I've put that aside for now. I figured it would be easier just to finish the projects and then weave all the ends afterwards. And then last night, let me show you what I made. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I actually free-handed this and kind of made it up as I went, and I actually did it on the first try. I thought I would take longer to figure it out, but it was kind of easy. I am gonna get my nails redone as well to match. I'm thinking alternating red and blue, or like have this one blue and then this one red. I'm not too sure yet, but I actually really like how the gloves turned out. Okay, I had to move inside because the neighbors started blasting the TV really loud, but I wanted to show you my current thing that I'm making, which is the Jax beanie. I wanted to do like a ribbed edge because I really like the way that it kind of sits on the head, but doing that has caused the stitches to be really tight, and I'm having the same issue as I did with the other hat. So I'm going to scrap the idea of freehanding it and actually find a pattern, especially because this one isn't for me, it's for my friend. So I think I'm just going to get a basic beanie pattern, make some bunny ears somehow, and then stitch them on and just kind of go from there. Now this is already a whole skein. Yeah, it's the same stuff that I was using for the POMNI hat and the gloves, so hopefully if I redo this and actually follow a pattern, I'll have better luck and use less yarn. I still need to make ears, and this is the second skein. I only bought 2 skeins, so fingers crossed that I actually managed to do this. If not, I might have to go back to Spotlight and buy another skein. I'm really hoping not though, but I guess we'll see. So the plan for tonight is basically to frog this and restart. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow and come back with a progress report. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello, it is the 3rd of June now. I did not film yesterday because I've had a bit of a migraine episode, kind of had a bit of a flare up with my chronic illnesses. I don't really have too much to show you. I think the last thing I was talking about was how I started the beanie and then it was too small, so I had to frog it. This is that skein right now, the 2 skeins I should say. I tried so many different ways. I had to frog it at least 10 times. I was trying different beanie patterns and it wasn't working because of the size of the yarn. So I decided to take things in a different direction and use this cake of acrylic. Not the only cake that I have of this color, so I've got plenty. Compared to the wool that I was using, I only had a limited amount, so I thought, you know, at least this skein will be safe. The only issue is that it is lighter than what I'd like. It's very much a lilac. I wanted a bit more purple, but there's nothing much I can really do about that. And I figured that I was making things way too complicated than what they should be, so I just went with a classic ribbed look, something easy and simple, and then I'll just make ears and attach them. But the movie is in 2 days. There's a lot that I need to do, so fingers crossed that I get it done. So I guess we'll see how everything goes. I'm just gonna keep crocheting, pushing through this migraine. It's really annoying. That's life with a chronic illness, isn't it? So yeah, I will update you guys tomorrow and let you know where everything is. Fingers crossed I finish it. Hi, hello, it is the 4th of June. I have a puppy giving me cuddles. I wanted to update you on everything because the movie is tomorrow in less than 24 hours. Do you mind? In less than 24 hours, we will know the ending to The Amazing Digital Circus. It's kind of scary. But today I got my nails done. They are alternating, a blue and red. Same with this hand. I thought they would be better if they were alternating because then it kind of matches her stripes to her outfit instead of just having like one hand red, one hand blue. That's what I did, and I got them a little bit shorter than what I had. So then I can crochet a little bit better because I was finding it a little difficult with the longer nails. Speaking of crochet, let's get into what I've actually made. I have finished the beanie portion. This is what it looks like. It's just a simple ribbed beanie. I think I'm gonna make a couple without making ears and stuff because I think this is just really cute in general, just like a basic beanie, especially now that it's getting winter. It is becoming winter. I don't know, I just think it's cute. Other than that, I started the first ear. I found a separate pattern for bunny ears for beanies and hats, and it's quite simple, so I should be able to finish that quite quickly. The only issue is I don't know if I have enough yarn for the second ear. Fingers crossed, I guess we'll see. The only other thing I have to do is the eyes, which that won't be too difficult because I would just have to make 2 ovals and then I'm gonna embroider the black. Other than that, the only other thing left to do is to weave in the ends. So everything should be done by tonight. Oh, I didn't do the bells. I forgot about the bells. But yeah, no, I forgot to do the bells, so I'll have to do that as well, but that will only take me like 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I've got my friend coming over, so I won't be filming me crochet or anything. We are going to binge watch the Amazing Digital Circus, you know, night before, and we're just gonna chill out. So yeah, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow after I've completed everything, and I will update you guys before the movie and probably after the movie. But don't worry too much, there won't be any spoilers or anything. I'm not gonna do that. But yes, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So yeah, if I don't update you guys again tonight, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello, it is the 5th of June. It is movie day, and I managed to complete all of the projects. I'm gonna be quick because I'm running a little late, but I am just gonna show you them. So this is the Jax beanie. For this, I just used a simple ribbed beanie pattern, and I found a separate crochet pattern for the ears. For the eyes, I just kind of freehanded it and then sewed it on. I just made 2 yellow ovals and then embroidered like lines for the black. And for the border, I just slip stitched the black onto the yellow. I really like this one. This is the one that's going to my friend. Now I'm going to show you the POMNI stuff. So this is the POMNI hat and the gloves that I freehanded. I ended up putting just bells at the end, so then whenever I move they kind of make a noise. Plus it adds some weight to the top, so it just pulls that down a little. Oh, my hair. Whoopsies. Now it's not sitting as securely as I'd like on my head, but I think it'll be fine since I'm just going to the movie. I really like the way that it looks. Just don't look too closely because the stitching is not great. But I was going to put these bells into just some small crochet balls that I was going to make. But when I was stuffing the balls, I realized that because it's touching the bell, it's not going to make noise. So I just got some jump rings and just kind of joined them together. It's cute and it adds some movement to the piece. I think it would look better if I had just made it a bit taller instead of wider and just added some more rows. But now that I've got all the pieces on, I want to show you my whole fit. So this is the fit. I was going for like a gothic, how would you describe my outfit? Gothic? Yeah. Like a gothic emo POMNI kind of. And of course I've got my sparkly cane because I am disabled. But I think it's really cute. I really like it. I was gonna go with like black leggings underneath, but I wanted a little bit more color. But I think it matches pretty well. I think it's cute. I really like it. The plan is now to take a few photos before I leave. I want to get product photos of the hat. And then after that, I am gonna head straight to the cinemas. So I will update you guys after the movie. Yay, movie day. Hello, it is now after the movie. It's actually been over a week since I filmed anything. I've been a little bit busy and I've had to gather my thoughts and feelings, because if you also saw the movie or like when it comes out on YouTube, you'll know why it took me a second. So before we get into like the movie and stuff and my feelings about that, I want to talk about just how everyone was cosplaying. It was so cute. There were some really good cosplays. There was someone that had a full Zooble cosplay. It was just so well done, and they had like a removable helmet for that. It was really cool. Someone had a full POMNI outfit that they've sewn together. There was Maid Jax. There was someone who was dressed up as Ribbit. It was great, and to be part of that and be in a sold out theater with everyone who just had the same interest, it was so cute. Not gonna lie, everyone was complimenting mine as well as my friends who had the Jax hat. It was fun, you know, it was a good time. It's nice to be part of a little community like that. So yeah, okay Evie, thank you for your input. Now the movie itself, amazing, of course. It kind of got spoiled for me a little bit just because of the leaks that were going around and the predictions and all the theories and stuff. But to see your favorite characters on the big screen like that, it was good. I had to move to my room because there was just too much noise outside. So I'm going to be doing the rest of the outro like this. The only other thing that I really had to say is that the hat held up really well. My friend really liked his hat, and the bells actually stayed on my hat as well, the POMNI hat. I was a bit worried that they would fall off somehow, but it went great. Overall, really liked doing that. I connected with some people. It was great, and I can't wait to watch the movie again once it releases on YouTube, which should be within the next couple of days. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say about what happened. So that's where I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. If you've made it this far in the video, please leave this circus emoji down in the comments, so then I know that you've enjoyed this content as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well so you know when I upload next. All of my social media will be down in the description below. My Instagram, TikTok, and of course my website where I sell my products. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!